Hello, how's everyone doing tonight? How's everybody going? This is the Tokyo Shemp News and Entertainment Network. I've been looking into this a little bit, and it looks legit. Ghislaine Maxwell was the top dog moderator at Reddit. I don't edit. This isn't an entertainment, by the way. Some of it may be entertaining. Probably not, though, since I just said that. It's like a jinx. Maybe I'm doing a counter reverse jinx to fix it. I'm attempting that to rectify the damage. So on Reddit, they banned the person who exposed Ghislaine Maxwell as the top dog moderator. Here's a comment on from the Epstein subreddit. Are we allowed to talk about Maxwellhill now? So some person's going, personally, I think the theory is preposterous and circumstantial. Not that the latter is exculpatory, obviously. But I guess I just have to ask, right, before we get to the following, what they wanted to ask. Personally, they think the theory is preposterous. It's outlandish. What are some other words? Nutty. Out of their nut. Uh, you're nuts. The Three Stooges. I'm stealing off of Lenny Bruce. Although, if I'm his follow-up incarnation to the last gig, soul gig, I should have, so to speak, then how is that stealing from him? It's the same soul. So this person, they're like, while this theory is up there with flat Earth, that's how they do it. It's like a psyop. It's why they clamp down on Assange and Snowden. They don't like what those guys showed. And those guys were low. They weren't Lenny Bruce level, saying it like it is. Pre-Howard Cosell, saying it like it is. So they're saying, personally, I think this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. And it's circumstantial. So they admit the evidence looks good for circumstantial evidence. They're implying that. And then they're putting the straw man along with their evoking of authority before just having to ask. We haven't even gotten into the meat and potatoes, by the way, of looking directly at the quantum metamechanics of a post. So they're basically implying, like, look, on the surface, it looks like that's Ghislaine Maxwell. The person quit. No one's allowed to talk about it. Now we're allowed to talk about it to show that we're allowed to not talk about it, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, let me know what I meant. It might help me to understand a bit better what I just came up with. So they say I just have to ask, if it's true, so what? Personally, I think the theory is preposterous and circumstantial. Not that the latter is exculpatory, obviously. But I guess I just have to ask, if it's true, so what? Yeah, right. If it's stop right there. It's over. It's done. The numbnut. Yeah, numbnut. I like that one the best for the generic put down. The numbnuts. I forget who I had the numbnuts as. They were either the Daily Cost people or the Breitbart people. Why am I talking like that? In that range. So anyway, I guess that's the meat and potatoes of this video I'm making right here. I should probably sing something because that's what I'm good at. I already went through my backstory. So anyway, all those people are freaking out with the chicken face syndrome. They're 100% scripted. I proved it. This is coming after what Assange and Snowden came up with years ago. We could see with the Snowden documents, for anyone who doesn't have a short memory, they could look through those sheets. Anyone who knows my shtick knows I was all over that stuff, and I know those sheets inside and out. I noticed the phrase conspiracy stories on it. It's like, oopsies. So we can't win, but we all know that the internet is rigged. They're rigging stats. They got click farms to promote bigger stats. So they're somehow able to control bigger stats so they can create an Alex Jones. They can create all this stuff, and they always own the medium. We're talking Shriner, Freemasonry. There's no way around it. They're really demented. It's not anything that anyone should ever agree to. It's the opposite. They need to be the institution of Freemasonry needs obliteration. Complete 100% obliteration. Maybe that's the definition of anarchy. That nothing they say or do matters. That we don't believe them. As Farron Franzak used to say, she had some skills compared to the others. Maybe that's why she quit while those other clowns continue to deteriorate on film. She didn't believe. So anyway, I'm glad I found a way to no longer care about those shows. I see every trick I know every trick in the book that they're up to. I can just see how demented and deformed they're getting, and that they deserve it. They deserve the Lenny Bruce outcome of dying in the toilet. That's what they're doing. They are the shit. There's no show about them. They're outed, demented, scripted. They don't even know how to breathe. That's how idiotic they are. They can't control their faces. They can't breathe. They're not capable of growing. You know how we grow as individuals? We go through phases. We're in this type of job or college life or this or that. And we grow. We evolve. Hopefully, we get to know some people better, and we experience what we can of the beauty of life. They're the opposite. I've known this my whole life. I just didn't know. I did know it. I figured it out, but then it took years later to break off from it. So I think, looking back, I think the big moment for me was when I just noticed Michael Keaton, the actor, comedian guy. I remember him. I think it was on Letterman, one of those shows, probably Letterman, because I don't like I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. I hate them. I hate them all. I hate the TV. I hate the medium. I do not like any of the medium at this point. I think it's all rigged and fake. I forget. See, that's the attention deficit. So who was I talking? See, I forget who I was talking about, but I know they were on Letterman. Damn, that kills me right there. That freaking killed me. I'm not gonna lie. But if you say you're not gonna lie, I already went through this long time ago. If you're not gonna lie, if you're scripted, you're lying. That's what I wanted to say. Well, that's not what I wanted to say, but I forget. I forgot. It's there though. It's somewhere in there. Oh, it was Michael Keaton. I noticed him. I noticed him speaking to the I noticed it. It was like I could feel the. I mean, it was. I could judge him for like a second or two. I was God. You know the angel music going la 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 la. So anyway, that's just to prove I was Lenny Bruce. I mean, only an incarnation of him could be pulling off this. So Michael Keaton, it was like he was he was like his soul. It was like someone had gone into their skull and snipped a wire to. Michael Keaton was a lost soul. He's just some pig attached to a soul. And that's what all those people at Jimmy Dore is like a lost soul. He's like a pig human. He's a pig human. The soul is like elsewhere. But when that soul's gonna suck, it's gonna take all of all that karma from Jimmy Dore, him being a Freemason war comic. I proved that Graham Elwood and Jimmy Dore were comics for the U.S. military. It's like end of story. F you. They started out. They're famous because of Cenk Uygur. Yeah, right. So anyway, I know everyone understands this because they're fudging the numbers to make it seem like I get no views at all. But I know that's not true. And I know I nailed them and I know that so that's it. I'm adding a third thing. So the three things to them, to these fakes, they're scripted. There's no debating it. They're scripted as if it was a play. As if it was a production. There, I said it. They're deformed. They're demented, deformed, lost souls. They're deformed from drug use. There's nothing they can do about it. It's gonna get worse. Because they seem to still drink and pop pill. They do it all, I bet. They're degenerate filth scum. They're the they flash Freemason signs. Like, they don't even hide it. So it's pretty much we're into a post-history mode. I'm all caught up with stamps, obviously, I wouldn't be making this video. That seems to be the way this goes. I find a way to quit the medium through my stamp hobby. I'm into cleaning now, but there's only so much area to cover. So I get a little time here to speak into a microphone. I know it's going to sound nice and crispy, no matter what the words, no matter how they combined. I'm breathing so good and slow. I crack the code on that qigong. That's how I know when I observe them. I'm not doing it too much anymore, but when I was observing them lately, I can see they don't know how to they can't breathe. They don't know how to breathe. When they speak, their faces go up. When they try to do the face yoga, it just triggers it worse. Whenever they do it's called entrainment. The word explained to me was, for example, how the washing machines all clank at the same time. They just end up in unison somehow. Or people clapping in an audience. That's called entrainment. And what they did is they got tardive dyskinesia from being junkies, from being junkie trash who never grew as people. They joined up with Freemasonry. They're scripted. They're cointelpro entrapment pigs. They're Shriners. They're Freemasons. They're the scum of the earth. They took over they've had control of all, they took over control of all of Medium. And I think they did that because of Assange and Snowden. And now they just given up. For them to have been flapping their chicken-faced arms with entrainment procedures by themselves to mock me. They need those clickbaits. They're unwatchable. There's no way that they're getting that many views. And if they are, 100,000 for Jimmy Dore, 100,000, whoop-de-doo. I wanted to say whoop-de-donuts. So that's the thing. So I said 3 things. Damn, I already forget what the new third. Well, I forget. It'll be in there though. I know they're scripted and I know they're deformed. They're in the toilet. Their only hope is to quit and get real jobs. I mean, this is if Farron, you're listening in. If you quit and you just quit going on camera, but you're still working for them, f you. You need to quit the whole thing completely and get the f away from that, and then maybe you'll find. Then maybe you can become a human being. Those who are not Freemasons are the real society, with the real true human who is like jazz. We're not improvised. We are improvised. Well, we're not out of control Looney Tunes. I don't even know how much I've talked. But the main thing was Ghislaine Maxwell got busted, and then Reddit was one of those tech companies. It's in the Snowden documents. Anyone who would study this conspiracy, the Snowden conspiracy, they know I'm telling the truth that Reddit was one of the big boys who's getting paid by the U.S. military to let them run it. Like that, this is the military. They decided to run the internet. They were so demented that they actually went ahead, as exposed by Snowden documents, as exposed by Assange. He exposed the 2016 election before all that Pizzagate stuff came out. Everyone knows that the internet is dead. Maybe they don't know that the dead internet was stolen. What that is they blend, they merge, they deny, they deflect. They lost the true mind, the true minds. Anyone who's free out there, I know you can hear my strong voice and that you know now that we won. They cannot deny the human freedom. It's just it's innate. It sparkles. It is that which cannot be moved. They can be frickin' moved, I'll tell you that, with some strategic slaps. You slap them around with the truth staples. I slapped them around pretty bad. That Manhands freak. Wow, talk about the toilet. The funniest thing about her, I thought, was when she uploaded a video of her trying to get some guy arrested. She was acting like a typical informant pig. And she was just trying to trigger guy into violence. It was pretty bizarre, right outside her condo. And she was messing with other people in the condo. Then something happened like a a year ago, but she went directly to the toilet. I keep getting better and better somehow. I love it. I freaking love this. I love the free air. I love the silence. I love the qigong. I love doing that every day. It's stretching with breathing. The whole body lights up. The whole body gets turned on. One no longer fixates on any one part of the body. So you're not going to hyperextend under those groovy settings. Now I just went to scratch, do a little face yoga myself because I had an itch. It's not because my face was tweaking out. Let's see, how much have we gone here? Oh, good. We're over 22 minutes. That should be plenty o dandy. Thanks for your time and consideration. This is the Tokyo Shemp News and Entertainment Network. Long live the free soul. Obliteration to the institution of. You know what I did. You know what we have to let go of. It's no more movies. No more reading Daily Mail while you're eating food. No more scrolling through Reddit conspiracy. The thing's scripted. None of this is real. It got exposed. It was Snowden documents. They list conspiracy stories. And then it got so obvious what they're doing that they clamped down on the moderators, on the free speech. I was on the internet in these forums when you could say whatever you want. It was beautiful, man. That's the way I like it. Uh-huh. That's no, I'm not gonna do that one. I'm gonna put this on pause and come back with a tune, and maybe a couple people like how it sounds. I know I like how I end up sounding. I'm getting better at it, so I like it more. I admit the technology I was using back in the when I first started a couple years back, it can get rough. I put those on low. Sometimes I like it. Sometimes I'm like, but I am trying to. I know I'm sounding like virtuoso. I know it. I'm sorry about that. But I know it. So right in conclusion, Ghislaine Maxwell was the top Moderator at Reddit looks true. Then it got covered up. The main point is the internet is rigged. I'm listening to Shadow Play by Rory Gallagher. It's got the lyrics. Sometimes they're a little bit late. I get it on a second time in my head right now as I speak into the machine. Those guys don't know how to breathe. I should have a little more weed before I sing. I'm going to do Shadow Play Rory Gallagher. I feel a little better listening to it a second time right now. Yeah, pot. I gotta smoke pot. So they're autonomic. I think that's the word. They breathe simply because if we have to breathe, we don't have to think about it. It's like the heart beats. We're not beating the heart. The heart's beating. And they're mocking Tai Chi, Qigong. It's called Qigong. Because Tai Chi is the big picture phrase. Qigong is the specific 18 movements used. And they mock it. And then they entrain themselves. So every time they move their hands, I got a couple minutes left till I sing. I'm listening to it. No way I can duplicate the guitar like he does. I'm sorry. I'll probably sound pretty bad in spots. I'm telling myself, try to sound good, sound mellow, sound soft, easy to the air. Maybe in my next life I'll be a bass player. I love it. Can really hear it. It sounds so easy to do. Yet have such an influence. So to groove it out but it's not even having a try. Our thoughts can be pure, we can be good, we can evolve, we can survive. We can survive lives. We can go to the next life and get lucky and figure it out in the next life. Some of us got extremely lucky. There's no I. That's the key. There's just the existence, the consciousness. That's it. That's all there is. That's what we are. They're trying to contain that. They're trying to understand. They're trying to label us. They're trying to label that part of us which is unmovable. They're movable because they've had wires snipped within their skulls from the narcissism, the idolatry, the bowing to authority, the participation in a fake social structure. They are scum of earth. They will always be scum of earth, apparently. So at least let them know. Let them know, like, they have a choice. They're either scum of earth or they quit. They quit it. I just got lucky and figured out I was Lenny Bruce, so it explains a lot. I figured out I have autism, ADHD. I don't know. I'm unsure of the social anxiety part. I'm doing a lot better since the Tai Chi kicked in, the Qigong. Okay, I'm ready to give this thing a try. I think I told myself already I'm just going to sing it. Then after that, I'll come back and do it either once or twice more. Doing like bass. I'm just gonna groove it all out right now. I do it live. I may play around with the sound levels, sure. That makes it a little fake on my part, but otherwise, well, I don't know. I think it has to be mixed because, well, it all depends. Like sometimes I'm louder at the singing. All right, just trying to even it out so it blends. They complement. But I'm responding to the same reality each time. I'm responding to the same song each time. I'm just focusing in on different part of it, the components of the band, the different people. Okay, I'm gonna try that, and that's why I do a 5, 4, 3 countdown thing, so then I know how to line them up and mix them up into one. I keep hitting start by accident. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. The flinty light, it's midnight, and stars collide. Shadows run in full flight to run, seek, and hide. But I'm still not sure what part I play in this shadow play. This shadow play. In the half light on this mad light night, I hear a voice in time. Well, I look back, see a half smile, then it's gone from sight. Won't you tell me how I can find my way in this shadow play? This shadow play. This shadow play. This shadow play. Sounds come crashing, and I hear laughing. All those lights just blaze away. Feel a little strange side, little bit of Jekyll, little Mr. Hyde. Sounds come crashing. Can I hear laughing? All those lights just blaze away. Feel a little strange inside. Little Dr. Jekyll, little Mr. Hyde. Thoughts run wild, free as a child, into the night. Across the screen, a thin beam of magic light. Things, they just don't look the same in this shadow play. The shadow play. Shadow play. Shadow play. I can't run away from this shadow play. Shadow play. Shadow play.